Welcome to Greybeards Nation. On today's show, we're heading north of the border again.
Canada? Wow. Must have been cold.
We will be highlighting Canada's contributions to rock, some you'll know, and a few might just surprise you.
There are plenty of great Canadian rock albums to choose from, whether it's arena rock, singer-songwriter folky rock, or progressive powerhouses. Canada's got the goods.
These aren't novelty picks. These are the albums with staying power. Albums we actually own and spin. And we think you should too. So let's get into it.
I want to send that one out to Diamond Dave and Billy the bass player and all the babes at the Valley View Mall.
Okay, Lair, my first selection is Pat Travers Live. Go for what you know. It's a 1978 live album, and it features, of course, Canadian rocker Pat Travers. And the killer guitar work on here, dual guitar work, is amazing. And it also features Tommy Aldridge on drums, the Aussie drummer. You know, if you pick this record up, be sure that you spin the song Boom Boom, Out Go the Lights. If you love killer guitar rock, then this album is perfect for you. It's loud, tight, and road tested.
Todd, one of the first pieces of vinyl I had was that live album, and it is, if like you said, if you like killer guitar work, boom boom,
Out Go
out
the
go the
Lights.
lights. It's freaking awesome. For my number one pick, maybe a little surprising to a lot of people, but Anne Murray. Nah,
Really?
just kidding. We really, and we've done a lot of Canadian music discussions, Todd, and they're all been very well received. People are very interested to hear what we have to say for Canadian music. We haven't really spent an enormous amount of time on Neil Young. And if you are a Neil Young fan, or if you're not sure, or if you're not a Neil Young fan, I can tell you this. Decade is a must-have. You know, the various incarnations that Neil Young was a part of, Decade has samples, you know, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, solo, everything. But they recently released a remastered version of it with some unreleased tracks on it. And it is a must-have. And it is available in its original 3 LP incarnation with all of the original artwork and everything from the original vinyl, which is wonderful. You can also get it on CD with original artwork also. You know, whether Neil Young, Anne Murray, it's very tough, but I'm going to lean towards Neil Young for my number one pick here.
Well, and it covers all the bases of Neil Young too, right? Stuff he did with
You
Buffalo
know,
Springfield, great
and
songs.
I hate to say this, but I've been watching a lot of Family Guy cartoon when I can't sleep at night on my PC. And they just did an episode where Anne Murray was the center of the entire episode. And I'm going to admit something. I can't believe I'm going to admit this. When they were playing it, I was actually, and now it was 3 a.m. I'm actually like, that's not bad music. That's pretty good. I don't know if it's just me getting old and mellowing,
Yeah.
but it didn't sound terrible.
I think it is you getting old, Blair. Just saying.
What's your number 2, Todd?
All right. My number 2 is, it's a CD DVD set. It's Triumph's Greatest Hits remixed. And, this CD DVD set features remixed versions of all their big tracks, like Magic Power and Lay It on the Line, one of my favorites. The remixes, Lair, on this album, they sound much bigger than the originals. And the DVD has some cool videos and a killer 5.1 concert mix on it. So sounds like you're at the concert. Also, if you want something on vinyl, you can get Triumph Classics. And you can pick this up cheap at the at your favorite music store in the I don't know, to $5 or $10 bin. Pick it up. It is another Triumph Greatest Hits album to add to your collection.
I used to go to the gym and I'd play that Triumph's Greatest Hits remixed while I was working out. Now, the music did its job. but I don't know about the workout. Maybe that's not a great commercial for the album. We may just have to ignore the fact that I said that as a workout.
Not a good, not a good workout mix.
Right. I may be cheating a little bit here, but I want to cheat. The next selection from me, my pick number 2, is Blue Rodeo Greatest Hits Volume 1 and Blue Rodeo Greatest Hits Volume 2. Normally, when you pick a greatest album that you want to listen to, greatest hits are kind of cheating. Well, I've already cheated with Neil Young being a greatest hits, so I may as well do it with my favorite group, Blue Rodeo. Now, these two albums are unique in that not only do they have the group's greatest hits on it, but as an example, Blue Rodeo Volume 1, the first cut on that is To Love Somebody by the Bee Gees. And I got to tell you, they freaking do it. They do it good. They have some horns in there. And if you're familiar with Blue Rodeo, if you're not sure, listen to me and trust me. This is a nice introduction to their music. It shows that they have a mellow side, a rockin' side, a mid-tier side, a bluesy side, a jazzy side. These two greatest hits are a wonderful way to get introduced to the group, maybe realize you love them, and then start going and delving further into not only their catalog, but a lot of imports and live concerts that you can get a hold of also. So that's my number 2, Todd. What do you got for your 3?
Well, first I wanted to say something about Blue Rodeo, Larry. You talked about Blue Rodeo for years, and I've actually taken a liking to Blue Rodeo myself. I mean, it's such they've got some rockin' stuff, they got some kind of country rock stuff, and even some country stuff. There's some good ballads, and the musicianship is amazing. So Blue Rodeo is a good pick, Lair. From 1972, Lair. It's Lighthouse Live. Now,
oh, look at that.
Yeah. Now, this is one of those double live albums that just cooks. It was recorded at Carnegie Hall, and it captures the full power of Lighthouse. It's kind of a horn-driven jazz rock fusion. I just put this on the other day and loved it. The drumming is absolutely next level, and the band is pretty tight on this. I've got this really super clean Canadian pressing that really sounds huge, and it's almost like you're in the hall with them there. It's a must-have album if you really enjoy 70s rock bands similar to Chicago.
Now, my pick number 3 is one that I don't physically have right now because I can't find it. I know I have it because I'll tell you why I know I have it. It's Rush, Moving Pictures. This was the album that introduced most people, not all, not you, most people. It was their first Rush purchase. This was the album that took them from stars to superstardom. I once had an album collection of about 2,500 albums. And when CDs came out, eventually I sold all my albums.
Yeah.
All
common, right?
Every freaking one.
Yeah.
And I started building up my CD collection. And when you helped, along with Rich Newman, to pull me back to the dark side and go back to vinyl, the first new piece of vinyl I bought was Rush Moving Pictures at a Barnes & Noble. Before, when I bought it the first time, years ago, Todd, I don't know if it was a picture of the drum set that was in there or if it was just a listing of the band members, the 3 band members, and a description of the instruments they played. Well, Geddy, he plays a bass guitar. Neil Peart, the description of his drum kit, I think it took up like 7 lines of text describing everything he had in his drum kit. And that in and of itself said, I need to listen. I need to buy this because I've heard so much about it. And anybody with that much stuff going on in his drum kit, I want to see what he can do with it. Can he really play all that stuff?
Right.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
So that's my number 3.
Oh, and of course, Alex likes them too. Oh, Larry, I just happened to be drinking out of my Rush cassette cup that you got me.
Well, whoever bought that has some really good taste in.
That was you.
Yeah.
Okay, Larry. The next album, it might be a little off the radar for some people. This is number 4 for me, and I would have to say that I was just recently introduced to this. It's a 2010 album, and the band is called Black Mountain, and the album is called Wilderness Heart. It's got this big shark on there. You wouldn't know what it's called because the name of the band is not on the front of this. It's just on the label. Look, if you like psych rock, big riffs, this is essential, right? It's got like a stoner groove and a Sabbath heaviness with, I guess, kind of melodic hooks. And if you decide you like this one, there's also their debut album, which I also have, and it's also great. Um, Although you may have to hit Discogs for this, Larry, because they don't ship from to the US from their Bandcamp site. So don't know why, didn't ask. But I did get this off of Discogs. It's a Canadian band, Black Mountain, that's definitely worth checking out and owning a copy of your own. And the shark is cool.
All right. My next pick is, for me, a shock and a surprise a little bit. For most people, they're going to say, well, of course that's should be on the list. But the album Complete Greatest Hits by Gordon Lightfoot. I got to tell you, it really, sometimes it takes just a little period of time to get into an artist, and it's obvious if you jive with it. Sometimes it takes years before you, like when I first started getting into music in the 70s, I was not into Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, and Bruce Springsteen. I remember a girlfriend I was going out with at the time. Did I just say outwit?
Yeah.
I was going out with. And her name was Roxanne, and she was a big Bruce Springsteen fan. And I said to her, "Why do you like Bruce Springsteen?" And she said, "He's a great songwriter." And I said, "Okay, let's see if he's a great songwriter." I put on a cut, and all I hear is him singing over and over again, 10th Avenue freeze out, 10th Avenue freeze out, 10th Avenue freeze out. I'm looking at Roxanne, I'm like, that's great songwriting, huh? Really? Anyway,
Yeah.
this is one of the artists, Gordon Lightfoot, that took me years, like Springsteen, Zepp, and Pink Floyd, to really appreciate. And I got to tell you, I'm a big fan now. I'm a fan of his songwriting. I'm a fan of his gruffy singing, and he's a storyteller. I think of like James Taylor, similar songwriting, storytelling. Gordon Lightfoot is the Canadian version of James Taylor to me. And now I can listen to him, get in the mood, because the mood is something that he sets with his music. Todd, we've gone through our must-haves. What do you have for honorable mentions?
Well, I do have an honorable mention, and it might probably should have been up in my primary picks, but I will say that April Wine, Harder, Faster is amazing. It's really hook filled, hard rock. And it's consistent, right? The music is consistent. It's just big riffs.
Miles Goodwin, right? Miles Godwin.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to say, this album, Harder, Faster, truly lives up to its name.
What else do you have?
All right. For another one, I picked Anvil, Metal on Metal, right? This is the Canadian metal record. It's raw, heavy, lips, and ahead of its time. Metallica actually mentions this band as a early influence. So if you've never seen, there's a documentary, an Anvil documentary. That's excellent. If you've never had a chance to see it, definitely check it out. It'll make you appreciate Anvil.
I got a trivia question. What is the thread that connects Wild Cherry, Molly Hatchet, and Foghat?
You got me.
Okay. They actually share a guitarist, Brian Bassett.
Yeah.
Now, Brian Bassett joined Foghat, I'm going to say 20 years ago, maybe even 25 years ago. Anyway, he replaced Rod Price when Rod Price passed away. But I didn't realize at the time that Brian Bassett was a member of Molly Hatchet. He sure was. And a member of Wild Cherry. Just to figured I'd throw that out there. Okay. My honorable mentions, going back to the show.
Okay.
Rush, Moving Pictures, I already mentioned. I also have an April Wine, The Nature of the Beast, which is another one of their bigger albums. And I forget the name of the song that was the big hit from that album, but that's not the cut that I like the most on the album. It's the Sign of the Gypsy
Oh,
Queen.
that's a great song.
That album has everything. It has vocals, guitar, it has keyboards. It's a really fantastic song, and the album itself. And I love the cover of the album. Nature of the Beast is always something you can throw in there as a saying. Also, I know once again this is cheating just a little bit, but the Triumph Allied Forces box set. This came out on Record Store Day a couple years ago, and in addition to being a wonderful box set, which we both have problems with, it has a Live in Cleveland concert, a full concert included in the box set, which is wonderful. And as you know, I am a huge Triumph fan, and by the way, for everybody else who is, they're going on tour this year.
All right.
First time in over 30 years, they're hitting the road. A brand new laser show that is being developed. I think their bass player, Mike Levine, is unfortunately not going to be able to make all the shows on the tour. He has an illness, but he is helping to configure the light show. So that's one thing. From the women's side, because Canada's full of great women's music too. Shania Twain, which by the way, Todd, my wife brought up a point. She thinks the only reason I like Shania Twain is because she's freaking hot.
Oh,
And
why would she
so
think
I had
that?
to go back and listen to some of the music from that one big album she had.
Yeah.
Like 5 hits on it. She may be right. She may be right.
Yeah, I had a
Now,
feeling.
Alanis Morissette, I will tell you, a lot of people like to laugh, but she ain't bad. And she has this one album here, and it's the Jagged Little Pill, which was her big album, but this is just an acoustic album of it. And I got to tell you, it's fantastic. Great playing, great singing, and once again, she's a great songwriter. She really is. Sarah McLachlan, another woman from Canada, like a voice like an angel. And great songwriter also. She also does, she shows up on a Blue Rodeo album every now and then too. And Celine Dion, who I don't like. Sorry. But
Enough said. Oh,
all
poor
right.
Celine Dion fan.
Now, Canada doesn't always get the global recognition it deserves when it comes to rock music. Not from us. From us, we give it. But if you look through the stacks, you will find world-class musicianship, poetic lyrics, and straight-up rock energy across decades. These records prove that Canadian rock has depth.
And we didn't even get to the bands like Harmonium and Voivod or The Band. That could be an episode all its own. But that's where you come in. Drop your favorite Canadian albums into the comments. Which one do you think that every collector should own?
Hey, everybody, listen, if you like this episode, hit that thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to Greybeards Nation for more deep dives into all the albums that matter.
And remember, you don't have to be a Greybeard to be a part of Greybeards Nation.